What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great night. We talked a little bit live earlier about the signing of Bradley Roby, so the week getting started already. We'll have the injury report out tomorrow, so I'll keep you up to date with that. But tonight, we are behind enemy lines. Week 5, baby. We're getting to know the Eagles' opponent, the LA Rams. So we're going to take a gander at their all-season roster moves, their divisional standings, their stats and rankings so far this season, and then, of course, their coaching staff, roster, practice squad, guys on IR, the depth chart, everything you need to know about the Eagles' Week 5 opponent, the LA Rams. But, what a day it has been. Hope you're all having yourselves a great day. This is not a live one, but I would still love to hear your thoughts on this one. You can always comment down below. Appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing, everything you're doing to support the channel. But let's jump right into this bad boy and go behind enemy lines with the Los Angeles Rams, starting off with their all-season roster moves. And look, this team kind of had to get rid of some of the bigger pieces. They went the wrong route there, and we talked about it. You don't buy yourself a Super Bowl and then not have some repercussions. And this team went all in and unfortunately had to get rid of Jalen Ramsey, lost Bobby Wagner. Baker Mayfield just left. We just saw him with the Bucs. Allen Robinson left. Leonard Floyd, Taylor Rapnick, Scott. So a lot of pieces left, but holy hell did they have a lot of draft picks, and they actually used them pretty damn well. I like their draft a lot of great pieces. You see Puka Nacua down there. You see Evans, and I think that they really made some nice picks at the end too. So some good first picks, Steve Avila. You've got Byron Young. I think good picks for them. Kobe Turner already getting a lot of reps. So a nice draft for them. And you see they added a couple guys in free agency. Akella Witherspoon, added kicker Brett Maher, Kevin Dotson, Brett Ripien. So you added some pieces. You'll see all of the new pieces here shortly. But just give you a feel for what this team looks like in case you missed anything this offseason, whatever's going on. I want you to know what's going on with this team so you're not surprised by, hey, where'd this guy come from? But let's take a look at how the Rams have been doing so far this season, and surprising some people with the way they've been able to come out and play, but still third in the NFC West, and they've got some good competition there. Obviously, the 49ers, the second undefeated team in the league next to us, so I mean, obviously that's going to be a challenge. The Seahawks, they've had some easy matchups. I think they could definitely be beat. So a game ahead of the Rams there, who are 2-2, and then you've got the Cardinals down there at the bottom who beat the Cowboys with their one win. Hilarious. But the Rams, you see, looking to climb up the ladder there, missing Cooper Kupp, but still finding a way to win a couple of games there. And I'm sure they're happy to, split those games that they did not have Coop, and I'm sure they're going to enjoy when they get him back. But let's talk about how this team has done, how they've gone 2-2 so far. And the offense, Matthew Stafford, dude, I mean, still one of the top quarterbacks in the league. He's slinging it. They're 13th in points, 4th in total yardage, 2nd in passing. Now, Kyron Williams is doing well, but 18th in the league in rushing. Again, you always take these numbers with a grain of salt. You got to understand the context of them, but always want to give you guys just an idea of how these teams are doing. You see tied for 13th there in sacks. Interceptions, 1.3. That is unlike old Matty Stafford there. He's definitely somebody you want to get rattled, try to get the ball from. We will do that. Obviously, old friend of Darius Slay there. But you see no fumbles lost, so that's great. So that's got them tied for 13th with 1.3 total turnovers. Then on the defensive side of the ball, 15th in points, 9th in yardage, 7th against the pass, 14th against the run. A nice balance there. Tied for 26th in sacks. So not getting a lot of sacks, not getting a lot of interceptions. Tied for 28th in total turnovers there. So not creating too many turnovers. The Eagles want to hold on to the ball. Obviously, Jalen Hurts did a great job of that in the team. So let's continue to do that. No stupid mistakes, though. So clean things up, but turning the ball over, not one of those things we want to do. But let's take a look at this team that the Eagles will be facing this Sunday at 4 o'clock. And let's take a look at the staff first. Sean McVay there as head coach, and then you've got Mike LaFleur as his OC. You've got Raheem Morris as his defensive coordinator, and then Chase Blackburn, the special teams coordinator. So you've got yourself an intriguing staff there. Morris, I'm looking forward to taking on this defense, these odd fronts. And look, we've had a lot of pretty good defensive coordinators here, and this is another one. So looking forward to this matchup here. Now, Let's start it off with the quarterbacks. We'll go by position. You'll see everyone at each position, whether they're on IR, if they've got someone at the practice squad. And then at the end, you'll get the full list of practice squad players and the depth chart. So you'll see this all together, but let's go through it. Matthew Stafford here with Brett Ripien backing him up. And we talked about it. Stafford having a good year here. 62% completions, though. So might want to work on that a little bit. He's got 3 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. So he's going to want to clean that up. But he's throwing the ball, man. He's slinging it without Cooper Kupp, and that's all you can ask for. He's taken 9 sacks, though, and he's got a 78.1 rating. But Stetson Bennett placed on IR there. Brett Ripien, the backup. Kyron Williams, I'd mentioned, having a pretty good year. He's got 64 carries for 245 yards. That's 3.8 yards per carry. He's got 5 touchdowns. Now, that's pretty damn good. They let Cam Akers go. So opening the door. This is a guy I almost picked up in fantasy and didn't. Now I'm pissed off. So he's doing pretty good. But the Eagles, second against the run. We were first the first few games, but gave up over 100 last week. Only about less than 50, I believe. So to their top running back. And I think that's what you're looking for there. You want to shut that down, turn them into a one-dimensional team. And Rachaad White, the week before, wasn't doing much. Brian Robinson had some nice runs, but we were able to keep them in check for the most part. So let's shut down Kyron Williams. Let's cause Matthew Stafford to make some of those turnovers. But we talk about these receivers, man, and what he's been able to do without Cooper Kupp. Now, Cooper Kupp might come off of the IR this week. He's going to be practicing. They'll see how he does. He's designated to return, so we'll see. But right now, Puka Nacua has been tearing it up, and so has Tutu Atwell, man. I think he's been a little overshadowed by Puka, but both doing pretty damn well so far. And Puka's got 500 yards already on 39 receptions, 12.8 yards per catch, and he's got 1 touchdown. And the kid's playing damn well. And you've got 22 catches for Atwell, 270 yards. That's 12.3. So they're both averaging over 12 yards per catch. And he's also got a touchdown there. So these receivers, man, if you add Cooper Kupp to the mix, that is going to be quite intriguing. And this secondary of the Eagles last week struggled. Job had his struggles. Slay had his struggles. Without the safeties there, we really want Evans and Sidney Brown to come back. So, look, it's going to be intriguing to see. Our secondary, obviously, we just added someone to the practice squad. Not sure how fast they'll be able to learn the system and be able to play on Sundays. But, we might need some help here. Some pretty damn good receivers. But, honestly, the Eagles have taken on a lot of really good receivers, and not just, the number ones like a Justin Jefferson, but they had Addison there. And then you look at, obviously, the Bucs, Patriots not so much, but you look at the Bucs there, man, Godwin, Evans, Palmer, and now these guys. So taking on a lot of good receivers last week with McLaurin and Dotson and Samuel. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Going to be one of the top matchups for sure, but Eagles, shut them down there. But you can see Austin Trammell, he's somebody that's been elevated, doing some returning for him. We'll see how Cooper Kupp is, and that will definitely dictate how things go. Now, at tight end, Tyler Higbee, got Bryson Hopkins, Davis Allen. Then on IR, Hunter Long, who was part of that Jalen Ramsey trade, getting rid of him. Miller Forrestall and Nikolai Kalinic there on the practice squad. So Tyler Higbee, man, he's a decent tight end. 16 catches, 196 yards, 12.3. Another guy over 12 yards. So a receiving tight end for sure. But somebody that you got to watch out, man. He could get going. But Morrow and Cunningham have been playing well for the Eagles. So should be intriguing to see how they try to shut him down. So it's not just the receivers. They've got good tight end as well. Now, you've got the offensive line here. Noteboom, Avila, Shelton, Dotson, and Havenstein. And then you've got the backups there. You see the practice squad players down below. But we've talked about this, man. The Eagles team, we're getting pressure, but I want to see sacks. I want to see the turnovers. It's not just because I want to be a stat watcher. It's because I want to see these things actually occur. I want to see big plays, game-changing plays. And this offense giving up 2.3 sacks per game. We talked about it 9 times. Stafford's been sacked there, and they're giving away turnovers. So let's make that happen. We talk about not exactly top rushing team in the league. They're 18th there. So I think the Eagles could shut them down. They're doing well in the pass game. They're protecting to the best of their ability. But this pass rush needs to go get them. Interior, exterior, go attack. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, of course, one of the best defensive players in the game still, Aaron Donald. But I'm telling you, every time he plays us, we find a way to shut him down. Let's hope that this team, Nick Sirianni, Brian Johnson, can find a way to do the same here because, man, you do not want to mess with Aaron Donald and crew. So Aaron Donald's got 2.5 sacks, 4 tackles for a loss so far this season. He's a game wrecker. Who cares what his stats say? But you got Bobby Brown III, who's been essentially splitting time with Kobe Turner, their draft pick there. The rookie's doing really well. And then you got Jonah Williams in there. So nice rotation going on there. Got a couple guys to the practice squad. Hey, Marquise Copeland. But, you got to watch out there. And obviously with Landon Dickerson out for the Cam Jurgens out for the Eagles there. Who knows how long? We'll find out hopefully tomorrow. But, dear Lord, I don't want to see him go on IR. Might happen. Opeta stepping on. Hopefully Steen can get ready and practice something. But we've got a tough matchup here. Now, they let a couple guys go. We talked about Leonard Floyd walking. So got Michael Hoyt here and Byron Young, the draft pick. The rookie is starting already. You got Zach Van Valkenburg there, and then another rookie, Nick Hampton, who I thought was a good pick. Versatile piece. He's definitely a project there, but looking forward to watching him. But you've got on IR O'Shawn Mathis and then Keir Thomas on the practice squad. So those are the edge rushers. Not much of a deep rotation, but these tackles definitely cleaned things up last week. And let's not allow any of these sacks, and let's get the run game going against this team. That would make me feel great. But the young guys are doing well, but I think we could definitely serve to, go after them. And, I think Hoyt's got a half sack, 2 for Byron Young already, so they're doing well. But linebackers, Ernest Jones leading the team in tackles, 38. That's 15 more than Rose Boom behind him, the other starter. So he's doing well. Ernest Jones got 1 sack, 5 tackles for a loss, a pass deflected there. So he's doing great. The other one, Rose Boom, not so much. He doesn't have anything else in the stat category, but I think you could definitely attack here. I like Ernest Jones a lot, but I'm not worried about Rose Boom. You got Hummel there, and then Troy Reeder was brought back, but he's not doing anything there. He's at the bottom of the barrel. So, I think these linebackers can be exploited here. And then you look at the cornerbacks. They added Akilla Witherspoon from their NFC West rival, the 49ers. Then they have Darion Kendrick still there, Kobe Durant, Duke Shelley, and then the rookie Trey Tomlinson on the practice squad, Ojo Muda and McCutcheon. So, look, these cornerbacks, they should get smoked by the Eagles wide receivers, but you never know what could happen. So I'm not going to say we're just going to go out there and, whoop their ass essentially, but Kendrick's got 3 passes deflected. Kobe Durant's got 2, and Witherspoon's got 2 passes deflected, also an interception there. But, look, I think we should be able to smoke these dudes. But, look, they're doing well. These young kids are definitely going out and playing, even if they're not household names. Now, at safety, you've got Jordan Fuller and Russ Yeast. Quentin Lake was added last year, and then John Johnson III was brought back, but he's not doing anything. Even Lake is playing more than him. Rookie Jason Taylor II is on IR, and then Tanner Engel on practice squad. That is not Jason Taylor's kid, just to let you know, the Miami Dolphin player, if you're wondering. But Fuller, Yeast, they're decent. Again, nothing I'm worried about here, and they're not really doing too much in the stat categories there, but I think their secondary can be exploited here. Jalen Hurts, yes, they have a decent front. Got Aaron Donald there, but I think we should be able to attack them, a balanced attack, and beat this team. And then in the special teams department, they've got Kyron Williams listed as the return specialist, but as I mentioned earlier, Austin Trammell has been elevated, and they've been using him. Now that Cam Akers is gone, Kyron Williams, essentially is their star running back. So he's been their kick returner and punt returner, though. But we'll look at the depth chart here in a second. You'll see some other guys they could use. Now, Maher, Evans, and Ward there. So a couple rookies there at punter and long snapper. And then, of course, the veteran Brett Maher, former Cowboy. So you see all of that. Now let's take a gander at it as a whole here. So here's the practice squad that you just saw, all of those positions by position. But here is the offense. They've got 10 guys on offense, and then they've got 6 on defense. We talked about Trammell being elevated. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't with Kupp coming back. I'm not sure how they want to use that, but maybe you use different guys, different receivers you have. I'm not sure, but there are some other receivers that could return it, so we'll see. But I'll keep you up with those elevations on Saturday. You will have those. Now, the reserves that you saw there, nobody suspended or on IR or on the PUP list or NFI list, but you do have a few guys on IR. You saw quarterback Stetson Bennett, Cooper Kupp, Hunter Long, O'Shawn Mathis, and Jason Taylor. Now, anybody in yellow is new to the team this season, okay? So they are not, they weren't with the team last year. So just keep that in mind. Anyone in yellow you see there. So we talked about in the draft, they added Nakua and Avila. And for agency, they added Kevin Dotson there. But look, this team, I think, beatable, but they've got talent. You can't sleep on them. I think this offensive line, we should be able to attack and get some sacks, get some turnovers here. I think we can definitely shut this offense down. And on the defensive side of the ball, there's no reason that they should be able to stall this offense. We got things clicking last week. Let's put up another 30-plus points. But you see they added Byron Young and Akel Witherspoon. Those guys are starting. Then you see the rest are some young pieces, a couple of veterans that were added as depth. And as I mentioned, Kobe Turner has been getting a lot of reps at nose tackle. So you'll see him and Brown essentially splitting reps as they have. Maybe he takes over, but he will be playing as well. So you see the depth chart for defense there. And now here is the special teams that you just saw. And Maher new to the team. Their punter and long snapper all new to the team there. But Kyron Williams, I mentioned, maybe they don't use him. You've got Tutu Atwell, Puka Nakua. So those guys, if Kupp comes back, maybe they feel more comfortable using them as returners. You got Ronnie Rivers and then Russ Yeast there. But I think, probably trail again if they want. But we'll see how things go with Cooper Kupp. But that's all I've got for you, ladies and gentlemen. That was Behind Enemy Lines with the Eagles' Week 5 opponent, the LA Rams. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this, how you're feeling about this matchup. Maybe you've already got a score prediction, whatever's on your mind. But, tomorrow will be the initial injury report. Thursday, you'll have another injury report and the top matchups. Then Friday, the game status report, who's questionable, who's out. Then Fan Friday later that night. Live Saturday practice squad elevations. And then live later that night, we will have the roster comparison. So, all the content you could possibly need throughout the week, but if you need anything else, you can always reach out to me, whether it's talk about the birds, talk about life, whatever it may be, always here for you, but still got stuff to do. Been a crazy day, but I hope you're all enjoying your day, having a great week so far. But if you got anything from this, do me a favor, hit that like button. You can always subscribe down below. Hope to hear from you, but until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. Hope you all have yourselves a great night. Stay safe out there. And as always, go Birds!